Go Bean!
Jen and I share a very fun past full of crazy stories, countless amount of memories. Over the years, I've learned that Jen has an amazing knack of convincing people to do things. Things that are not always logical, practical, but usually are always very, very hysterical. In our early 20s, Jen and I decided to spend one of the most hot days of summer at our local water park. Since we decided last minute to go, I of course forgot my bathing suit. I called Jen on the way to her house and she assured me that she had a bathing suit that would fit me. It wasn't until we arrived to the water park that I realized that she had packed me a hot pink bikini that belonged to her in middle school. I spent the entire afternoon prancing around the water park, looking like an American gladiator from the 80s. I slightly can recall my hip bones being sore from the straps resting on them, and getting the world's worst suntan known to man. I'm pretty sure this is an image that Jenny will live with forever, and a memory that I will never be able to block out of my head. We celebrated Jen's 21st birthday in Ocean City, Maryland. And after an awesome night out of the town, we returned to our hotel room extremely emaciated. Due to the time, night/morning, it was the only thing available to eat was room service. I read the menu to Jen and asked her what she wanted so I could place our order. Jen quickly and repetitively replied that she wanted everything on the menu. So, being the good friend that I am, and Jenny convincing me that it was a good idea, I ordered everything on the menu that night. A few hours later, Jen and I awoke, since it was already the morning, only to find the bill, no food, and she and I spooning in the same bed, even more emaciated. In the summer of 2008, Jen and I decided to go swimming off my parents' dock. This is a good one. I know you're going to like this one. In the wee hours of the morning, after an awesome late-night swim, Jen and I were packing up to head in, and Jen's phone bounced off the dock and landed in the water. I quickly shed all my clothes and dived in, doing a naked swan dive, to try to recover her phone. Again, Jen convincing me this was a good idea. I must have tried at least 6 to 8 times, coming up each time, Jen saying, "It's good, you got this, you can go get it, you got it." By the 8th time I came up, and I'm pretty sure Jen was hysterically rolled over in a ball on the dock laughing at me. 3 years later, when there was a drought, my brother found her phone lodged in the mud where it landed that night. Over the years, these memories would not have been possible without Jen's purple Jeep, affectionately called the Purple People Eater. All right. Jen and I have helped each other through the growing years, old boyfriends, emotional black and blues, lots of celebrating, finding our life mates, and getting married. Jenny has both been supportive and as steadfast as a friend. I remember the night she told me about Steve. I saved him in my phone as Steve the Pilot, and that is where you can find him today. That night, I remember we prank called him multiple times. I remember realizing that there was something different about this guy. Jen didn't mind calling him and harassing him, and Steve just continued to answer it. Jump to a few months later when I met Steve for the first time. The night was nothing short of eventful. My husband was throwing his annual summer tiki boy party, and Steve kindly brought a bottle of Jim Beam to be shared with my husband and the rest of the guests. I'm not going to go into detail because I think Steve would kill me about this night, but what I will say is that Steve went to bed roughly around 9 p.m. and woke up with his clothes on backwards. It wasn't until we all went camping on an island at Lake Anna that I truly realized how right Steve was for Jen. We weren't on the island for more than 5 minutes before Steve had whipped out his axe and was chopping down every tree possible in sight. I have never seen Jen laugh so hard or be so happy. Steve built what I believe to this day is the biggest bonfire I have truly ever seen. I still thank God today that we were surrounded by water, and by the time the bonfire was reaching 500 feet, there were no trees left for Steve to cut down or catch on fire. All joking aside, I'm truly blessed to have such an amazing person to call my best friend. Jenny, and the most loving, caring, loyal, brave, all-around beautiful person I have ever met. Inside and out. I honestly can say that I don't know where I would be without you. She's the sister that I never had. We've talked about this day since we were very young, spent countless hours imagining what it would be like, but seeing the smile on both your faces this evening, it's better than I could have ever imagined. While we have waited a very, 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 very long time for this day to come, it's been well worth the wait. Today is your day, Jen, and I couldn't be happier to share it with you. Here's to the past, present, and your future. You and Steve begin your adventure together as a married couple. Let's raise our glasses and cheer Jen and Steve.